Emily, can I tell you something a little embarrassing?
Always, John. Go ahead.
Last month, a tourist stopped me on the street and asked me something in English. A very simple question. And for about 5 seconds, I just stood there. Nothing came out of my mouth.
But, John, you speak English every single day on this channel.
I know. That's what made it so strange. I understood the question perfectly. I even knew the answer, but my mouth just refused to move.
This happens to so many learners, John, even advanced ones. You can read a novel in English, you can watch a full movie with no subtitles, and still, in a real conversation, your mind goes completely empty. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Beginner English, the place where we make real English feel simple and natural. I'm John. And I'm Emily. And today we're going deep into a question almost every learner asks at some point. Why does my brain freeze when I actually need to speak, even though I understand so much?
This is not about being lazy, and it's definitely not about being bad at languages.
It's about how your brain actually handles a new language. And today, we'll walk through 5 real causes, one by one, plus a simple daily fix for each one.
So if you've ever felt smart while listening and lost while speaking, stay with us. This lesson is exactly for you.
Quick question before we continue.
Type "me too" in the comments if you understand way more English than you can actually speak out loud.
We read every comment, and honestly, we already know most of you watching will say yes.
And if this is your first time here, welcome to the family. Subscribe to Beginner English so you never miss a new lesson.
All right, let's get into reason number 1.
Reason number 1 is what we like to call the storage problem.
Storage problem? Like a full closet?
Kind of. Imagine your brain has 2 separate storage rooms for English words. One room is easy to open. You just look inside and you recognize the word instantly. That's your recognition storage.
That's the room we use when we're listening or reading.
Exactly. But there's a second room, and this one is much harder to open quickly. This is your usable storage. The words you can actually grab and use in a live sentence right now without searching.
And most learners have thousands of words sitting in the easy room, but only a few hundred sitting in the usable one.
That's the whole mystery right there. You're not missing words. You just can't reach them fast enough.
So how do we open that second room?
With one simple habit, speaking words out loud before you need them, not after. Every day, take 3 words you understood this week and force yourself to say a full sentence with each one, out loud, even alone in your room.
So instead of just seeing the word reliable in a book, I should say, my best friend is very reliable. She always keeps her promises.
Exactly that. You're moving the word from the easy room into the usable room, one sentence at a time.
Reason 1, the storage problem. Fix it by speaking new words out loud in your own sentences every single day. Reason number 2 is a lot more personal.
What do you mean?
I mean, there's a voice inside your head checking every sentence before it comes out. Is my grammar right? Did I pick the correct word? What if I sound silly?
Oh, the inner judge.
That's a perfect name for it. And the problem is, this judge is way too slow for real conversation. By the time it approves your sentence, the other person has already moved on.
I definitely have that, Judge. Mine is very strict.
Here's something worth remembering, though. Native speakers restart sentences, use the wrong word, and correct themselves constantly. Real spoken English is not clean or perfect. It's quick and a little messy, on purpose.
So the goal was never perfection?
Never. The goal is simply getting your message across. If someone understands you, your sentence did its job.
So how do we quiet this inner judge?
With a strange but powerful exercise. Once a day, speak for 30 seconds about anything. Your breakfast, your commute, your plans. And don't allow yourself to stop or correct anything. Keep going no matter what.
Even if I make a mistake?
Especially if you make a mistake. You're training your brain to feel safe with imperfect speech. Once it feels safe, the freeze disappears.
Reason 2, the inner judge. Fix it with 30 seconds of uninterrupted, imperfect speaking every day. Reason number 3 might surprise you the most.
Tell us.
Understanding and speaking are actually 2 separate skills. They don't automatically grow together.
How is that possible? They're the same language.
Think about swimming. You can watch professional swimmers for years, understand every technique perfectly, and still sink the moment you jump into the pool because your arms and legs never practiced the movement.
Oh, so listening is like watching swimming, and speaking is like actually swimming?
Exactly. When you binge English shows or listen to podcasts, you're building your understanding skill beautifully, but your speaking skill stays untouched unless you train it separately.
So more listening alone won't fix the freeze.
It helps, but it's not enough by itself. You need direct speaking practice, even in small amounts.
What's a simple way to start?
Talk to yourself out loud for 2 minutes a day. Describe what you're doing, plan your evening, complain about traffic, anything. Your mouth needs its own repetitions, separate from your ears.
Reason 3, understanding and speaking are different skills. Fix it with short, direct, daily speaking practice, even alone. Reason number 4 is a bit technical, but it changes everything once you understand it.
I'm curious.
Many learners build sentences one single word at a time, like stacking bricks. But native speakers don't do that. They use ready-made phrase groups, already connected, like one solid piece.
Can you give an example?
Sure, take the phrase "to be honest." A native speaker doesn't think to, then be, then honest. It comes out as one complete unit, instantly.
But if I'm building it word by word in my head,
You're checking grammar rules for every single piece, and that takes way too long for real conversation. By the time your sentence is ready, the moment has passed.
so we should be learning phrases, not just single words?
Both matter, but phrase groups are what make you sound fast and natural. Every day, pick one useful phrase, something like "the thing is," or "I was about to," and practice it in 3 different sentences.
So we're collecting ready-made tools instead of building everything from scratch.
Perfectly said. Reason 4, thinking in single words instead of phrase groups. Fix it by learning and practicing whole phrases daily.
And our final reason, reason number 5.
What is it?
Your daily life probably doesn't require English at all. You wake up, talk to family, go to work, order food, sleep, all without a single English sentence.
So the brain never feels urgency.
Exactly. Your brain is efficient. If a skill is never truly needed,
It stores that skill quietly in the background, even if it technically exists.
But most of us don't live in an English-speaking country. How do we create that urgency ourselves?
You build tiny English zones inside your own day. Even 15 minutes counts. Set a rule. During this 15 minutes, only English. Even while cooking or walking, even if you're just talking to yourself.
Or finding one language partner online.
Exactly. Or joining a small speaking group, even through voice messages. The goal is simple. Give your brain real moments where English feels necessary, not optional.
Reason 5. Missing daily necessity. Fix it by creating small, real English moments every single day, even 15 minutes.
Now, let's slow write down and practice today's key words together.
These will help you talk about learning and improving your English.
First word, fluent.
Fluent means being able to speak smoothly and naturally without long pauses.
Say it with us.
Fluent. Fluent.
For example, my goal is to become fluent by the end of this year.
You can also say, she moved to Canada and became fluent within 2 years.
So instead of saying, I speak really well, say, I speak fluently.
Second word, recall.
Recall means to remember or bring information back into your mind.
Say it with us. Recall. Recall.
For example, I couldn't recall the word even though I knew it well.
You can also say, practicing daily helps you recall words faster.
So instead of saying, I forgot for a moment, say, I couldn't recall it.
Third word, awkward.
Awkward means uncomfortable or embarrassing in a social situation.
Say it with us. Awkward. Awkward.
For example, there was an awkward silence when I forgot the word.
Now, let's slow write down and practice today's key words together.
These will help you talk about learning and improving your English.
First word, fluent.
Fluent means being able to speak smoothly and naturally without long pauses.
Say it with us.
Fluent. Fluent.
For example, my goal is to become fluent by the end of this year.
You can also say, she moved to Canada and became fluent within 2 years.
So instead of saying, I speak really well, say, I speak fluently.
Second word, recall.
Recall means to remember or bring information back into your mind.
Say it with us. Recall. Recall.
For example, I couldn't recall the word even though I knew it well.
You can also say, practicing daily helps you recall words faster.
So instead of saying, I forgot for a moment, say, I couldn't recall it.
Third word, awkward.
Awkward means uncomfortable or embarrassing in a social situation.
Say it with us. Awkward. Awkward.
For example, there was an awkward silence when I forgot the word.
You can also say, don't worry about sounding awkward. Everyone does sometimes.
So instead of saying, it felt strange and uncomfortable, say, it felt awkward.
Fourth word, phrase.
A phrase is a small group of words that are commonly used together.
Say it with us. Phrase. Phrase.
For example, to be honest is a very common English phrase.
You can also say, learning phrases helps you sound more natural.
So instead of saying a group of connected words, say a phrase.
And our last word, confidence.
Confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities.
Say it with us. Confidence. Confidence.
For example, daily practice slowly builds your confidence.
You can also say, speak with confidence, even if you make small mistakes.
So instead of saying, I feel sure about myself, say, I speak with confidence.
And that brings us to the end of today's lesson. Let's quickly review our 5 reasons.
Reason 1. The storage problem. Fix it by speaking new words out loud in your own sentences.
Reason 2. The inner judge. Fix it with 30 seconds of uninterrupted, imperfect speaking.
Reason 3. Understanding and speaking are different skills. Fix it with short, direct speaking practice.
Reason 4. Thinking in single words instead of phrases. Fix it by learning whole phrases daily.
Reason 5. Missing daily necessity. Fix it by creating small, real English moments every day.
Understanding English already means you've come a long way. Speaking is simply the next step, and it grows only with practice and patience.
You already have more English inside you than you realize. Today is a good day to let it out.
If this lesson helped you, please like this video and subscribe to Beginner English for more simple, practical lessons every week.
And tell us in the comments, which of these 5 reasons feels most true for you?
This is John.
And this is Emily from Beginner English. See you in the next lesson.